Globally, 2 million tonnes of sewage, industrial and agricultural waste is discharged into waterways each year. At least 1.8 million children under 5 years old die every year from water-related disease, which is equivalent to one child every 20 seconds. And the impact on the wider environment is no less striking. A staggering 90% of all wastewater in developing countries is discharged untreated directly into rivers, lakes or the oceans. By now you might be wondering, what can be done to improve wastewater management in developing countries? Here's a small list of options that I think might be possible, so you can have a look at these while you follow through the blog. Currently, contaminated water from inadequate wastewater management provides one of the greatest health challenges restricting development, and I believe that incremental change is both essential in solving this problem. I think that a shift is now required in water politics all around the world to improve wastewater management. Firstly, to prevent further damage to sensitive ecosystems in the aquatic environment, and secondly, to emphasise that wastewater is a resource whose effective management is essential for future water supply. The number one barrier to improving wastewater management in developing countries is money. National, state and local governments need to be more proactive in funding wastewater management, and this will hopefully lead to better water quality legislation and voluntary agreements that will bring together the private and public sectors. I see investment in wastewater management as a wise decision, which will generate significant returns in the long term. We need to treat wastewater as a resource, not waste. It can be a drought-resistant source of water, a source of nutrients for agriculture, and a source of energy. Improvement in wastewater management will play a part in reducing poverty and sustaining ecosystem services. Ideally, well-managed wastewater will be a positive addition to the environment, which will in turn lead to food security, health, and therefore improve the economy. However, changing the current views towards wastewater will be a very difficult challenge to face. So, I think there needs to be a greater public understanding of the potential impacts that wastewater can have on the environment and human health. This may create a desire to improve wastewater management and discourage people from discharging any untreated waste into waterways. Also, informing people about the possible future uses of wastewater that may lead to economic gain may lead to changes occurring faster. Going back to my first vlog, I think that by looking at specific examples, like the fish example, people will be able to relate to the issue a bit more. Take, for example, the impact that wastewater can have on human health. Wastewater can contain high concentrations of excreted pathogens, especially in countries where diarrheal diseases and intestinal parasites are particularly prevalent. Did you know that these can cause an enormous number of diseases, including gastroenteritis, diarrhea, salmonellosis, typhoid fever, roundworm, hookworm, tapeworm, and other worms, respiratory disease, eye infections, rash, paralysis, hepatitis, among many others. Discharging wastewater untreated has the potential to cause significant human health impacts. And lastly, I think that adopting a long-term whole-of-life cycle approach to wastewater management will be greatly beneficial. I look forward to finding out more about what management options will provide the greatest benefit for developing countries and understand more about the social impact that wastewater management may have in these communities. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you've got any ideas about this topic.